Hi Insters, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome too. I've been gone a wee while. I've had some major problems with my internet and just being overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. So if you are waiting for a reading, my apologies. I will get to you over the weekend. And speaking of the weekend, the second class of my Hinny High Introduction to Spiritual Astrology course is happening, so you can get in touch via the details below in the description box if you'd like to get one of the free scholarships for that course, because I have quite a few places left, free places. And if you'd like a reading as well, you can get in touch via the information below. So just a quick one tonight on this eve of the new moon in Libra and the solar eclipse in Libra as well. This is on Mercury then. Mercury in Libra, and this is a bit late, but this transit does span from October 5th roughly to October 22nd roughly. And yeah, I hope you're all well. Leave me in the comments a little kind of lowdown on your Libra season thus far. We're about halfway through Libra season. I just got out of the shower, so my hair looks like this. I'm wearing lovely Libra green today. But yeah, Libra energy is very kind of like crisp autumn sunset, crisp golden autumn light energy. Libra is very crisp energy in many ways, and as I've mentioned before, Libra is also books and reading and like publishing books, or also getting very dreamy and playful and youthful about our ideas, about like writing something or publishing something for some people, because Mercury is this kind of god of youthful playfulness and that childhood flitting back to dreams and ambitions and goals, which for some people do include things like publishing or writing something, or just like putting your hands to something in some very mercurial way. Maybe even for some people, like starting again an instrument that you used to play, something like that. And Mercury is also the trickster god, so this can be the point in Libra season, or the part of Libra season where kind of the lovely ones become the kind of mean ones, or the menaces is kind of like when we can get a bit Dennis the Menace in some ways. And well, not really Dennis the Menace, but like kind of almost in a Geminian way, weirdly. There's a lot of weird stuff going on for Gemini heavy people right now as well. I'll get onto that in a bit, but yeah, kind of like Mercury in Libra likes to kind of be rude for the sake of it sometimes, which is very interesting. This is also like getting our shit together. Pardon my French, but this is like getting our shit together and fulfilling a contract in some cases for some people, and or just putting more energy, more dynamic stuff going on for people when it comes to a contract or sorting your life out, that kind of thing. Very Mercury in Libra. The sun in Libra for the past week and a bit may have just been highlighting something for you, but Mercury in Libra added in the mix, as well as Mars in Libra. Mars has just left Libra as I film, but Mercury with the sun in Libra can just add more of that dynamism, or more of the Kens, more of that certain ingredient that you need to get your hands dirty, or to just get on with it. Also, this is like people playing stupid, you know, with Mercury in Libra. This is people not pulling their weight as well in certain aspects of a contract. This is like, Mercury in cardinal air is kind of like enjoying being in some position of power or luxury, and kind of also, this is like when young people deliberately don't give up their seat for the elderly or the weak. I even saw this today. Someone on the bus, an older person, was trying to signal to a younger person to get on a seat, but the younger person was just, they had the headphones in, of course. They were just like looking and like ignoring completely the gestures, and it was just very interesting. Also, this is like people with Mercury in Libra, again, this playfulness, this trickster energy, just kind of telling you things about your appearance, like you need to shave, you need to put your hair in this way or fix your hair, you need to do something about your skin, you need to do this, that, or the fourth. And that's very Mercury in Libra as well. Again, kind of rude sometimes in some cases, but this is the trickster in cardinal. This is like the trickster feeling like they can, people feeling like they can push themselves out there a bit more. Mars has also been in Libra for quite some time, so a lot of that kind of ruffling of the feathers energy possible. And Mercury has like left the exaltation of Virgo, so there's been also this kind of come down. Again, this kind of playing with cardinality, this like Venusian cardinality as well, that Mercury has been in. And this is kind of like, I can be late, or I can say that thing, and or I can be less early or less prompt or less perfunctory, and it's gonna be fine. There's no need now for a lot of us to be super perfunctory or super ceremonial, even though we'll still be participating in a lot of these things, because Mercury and Venus right now are actually in a mutual reception, so there's still gonna be a lot of like ritual ceremony about it, but like we don't have to be super duper extra. And I think a lot of us are finding a root or two or cutting a corner or two, and it's like fine to do that. Also in Libra season, especially when Mercury is here, this is a lot more of the avoiding awkwardnesses, avoiding kind of dates you don't want to see, or like friends you don't want to see, or acquaintances you want to avoid. This is making excuses in your head, or inward or outward, making excuses to not continue to have certain conversations or small talk, with certain individuals. This is also Israel with Mercury in Libra, and especially with this new moon and this solar eclipse, these big highlights and big global buzzes that are going on now about something so historically ensnared in the energies of the archetypes of peace and war. This is so North Node, South Node on Aries, Libra, on that axis. A lot of that going on. And also we have Mercury in Libra in a rabbit year, so I kind of get this message of just keep taking the paychecks, just keep replying to the emails that you need to reply to, just keep kind of shaking the hands as well of the people you should be shaking the hands of. And with that mutual reception as well, Venus and Mercury, we can get a lot of like, this is like work parties basically, but it's not going to be like crazy parties, and it's not going to be like super dull or boring either. There's like this kind of mutual reception thing going on at work parties, collaborating with people to some kind of end, like a certificate or completion of a course or getting a skill. And so it's kind of cool, even if there is this kind of like work party energy, there's this kind of nice thing going on for a lot of people. And also, though, with Mercury in Libra, it's kind of like just scrolling the social media, the websites, and giving people the likes and the hearts and just being nice, as I've been mentioning for this Libra season or Libra season in general, just being nice and not judging or being judgmental. This is also in Libra season because Mercury deals so much with the transfer of things and giving and taking, putting the hands to things, and lots of kind of perfunctory small talk type things. This is like getting more and more gifts. Sometimes for some people, this is like gifts you don't even want, stuff you don't even want, but it just keeps coming because there's a lot more ceremony or fluff to things, a lot more people in high positions or situations kind of giving more. Sometimes it can have that kind of materialistic or vain edge to it, but more generally, this is just more reception of things, more shaking of the hands or exchanging of things, and compliments as well. Like maybe we are getting more compliments than usual. And Mercury in Libra can, this trickster god, can create a sense of doubt regarding those things that we hear about ourselves that are presented in a positive light. You know, Libra squares Cancer. This is cardinal air squaring cardinal water. So it's kind of like actually having like a weird feeling about something good that is said about you or reported to you. So sometimes we have to like get over our sensitivities and take a compliment, or get over our insecurity and accept or like appreciate as well some kind of beauty that maybe other people can see but you can't for whatever reason. And as I've mentioned in my Libra season video, I think Libras are very much the Reiki masters. They are the people who, you know, Libra is like the lungs. Venus rules the lungs. This is like breathing, breath, and using things like breathing, breath, huffing and puffing, sighing, using air in very intelligent ways that are socially intelligent as well, and are also acting as social cues if we are paying attention, if we are in tune to these things right now. This is like sniffles during certain conversations that are supposed to be indications of, I don't want to talk about that, or I don't like this. You know, this is like topical tact. Librans, again, they are like the masters of tact, and pay attention if you have Libras around you to when they are doing those Reiki kind of things, those kind of brushing off dust from the shoulder, if you like, or the kind of certain ways they exhale. And there are kind of messages there. There are things to be learned there. And as I mentioned before, with the Gemini kind of thing going on right now as well, this is like for a lot, maybe not all, but a lot of Gemini heavy people, I see this kind of struggle right now in Libra season. There's this kind of like putting the self too far out for some, or kind of like a flipping of or a warping of the script when you don't need to, or there's something that like sticks. And I have Mars and Gemini natally, so I totally relate to Gemini energy. But like something kind of also for some people like sticks out, or we want to protrude, but like it doesn't work in Libra season because there's this kind of need for decorum a lot of the time, generally in Libra season, and there's this need for cohesion and cardinality, not mutability or double-bodiedness. And so it's less now, or there's less need for things like cockiness or conceitedness, or cunning. Now, Libra is a cardinal sign, it's a cardinal season, so there can definitely be move making, and with Mars in Scorpio right now, freshly in Scorpio, yes, there can be a kind of cunning energy being introduced, but I still think it's tricky for us to only be tricky without the tact, kind of trying to play up or act out. Just it just shows when it's not done with class, let's say. Also, this is like not trying to, what the feck did I write here? Not trying to butt heads or get into altercations, but as I mentioned, Mars just entered Scorpio, and Mars has been in his detriment in Libra for a long time as well. So that kind of can mean for some people in some cases that like the temptation to chase a vendetta is not bad, or is not hard rather. And also, this is like, again, like, this is a rabbit year, so just like chop the wood, just do the exercises, just smell the coffee as well, be very like real, rational, and kind of know that sometimes we're dumb and that's fine, and like know when we are being stupid, and what we may need to kind of go back to the original motivation for. Libra season is always this mirror. It's the halfway point in the year. It's this mirror to those spring season, spiritual spring resolutions of Aries season. So Libra season can show us where we've been, kind of stretching or straining too far that way, and like abandoning or neglecting something that we shouldn't have, and we're kind of being almost like, if Aries to Libra season was like something being catapulted, then Libra to Pisces season is going to be kind of, what do we call it? Like the backlash? I don't know what the heck you call it, but like what happens to whatever was holding the thing you launched, the catapult, right? It's the reverberation. It's what is coming back, or like what needs to just be settled and just be fine for the next 6 months, because something has already been put out there and launched, right, in that Aries to Libra season period. So sometimes this is for people like letting flowers grow, letting a tree grow, just letting something be and not overwatering it now, that kind of thing. And sometimes in Libra season, especially with Mercury here, this is like doing things out of obligation, but being kind of sneaky about it. Mars is in Scorpio right now as well, so this doesn't necessarily reduce that kind of trouble making energy that we had with Mars in Libra, because Mercury is also in Libra right now, so we have still this trickster energy here, this potentially agitative energy, this controversial energy as well. So it's interesting, this transit. Let me know if you have any placements in Libra that Mercury might be interacting with, or if you're a Libra rising as well, let me know what your experience is. And also just generally, where do the Hinsters have Libra in the birth chart? Because that's where all this activity is going on. All right, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.